This is a quick review of the Google Fi plan. I've had my plan for about 7, 8 months. The reason I switched is I used to have Verizon and I was paying like $95 a month, and I felt I was paying too much for what I use. I mean, I'm at work most of the day and I'm at home. And when I'm at home, I use my Wi Fi. So I rather was using data, but I was paying $95 for pretty much for unlimited. And I don't think I've ever used over 5 or 6 gigabytes. Just even when I go on trips, I just don't use data because I don't want to be surprised when I get back to the states. So I've never been in that mode to use a lot of data. So anyway, I just decided, okay, let me just try this. When I got back, I mean, I went overseas last year to Colombia. Again, I had Verizon. I was paying the $10 a day travel plan that they'd offered. Didn't realize what that meant until I got there and realized it meant really nothing. Just pretty much having access to your phone to make calls and be able to get a couple pages. After that, that was it. I couldn't use the navigation. I barely could use Google Translate. Thankfully, I had already downloaded Google Translate, so it wasn't a huge issue, but it was an issue at first. So I said, all right, the next time I travel, I need to have something better and cheaper and to be able to work in every country. Google Fi is supposedly working on 80 countries. When I got back, I didn't go overseas again, but I did go to Puerto Rico. And I think even in Puerto Rico, Verizon doesn't really work there. It just used Claro, which basically run off 3G. I mean, I love this plan. I mean, some of the benefits I like about this plan is that you pay no more than 6 gigabytes of data, even if you use more than that. Uh, you only the option to pay only for what you use. T-Mobile is a network that's really strong. In fact, I used it. Talked to my brother maybe a couple weeks ago, and I didn't realize I was on the phone for almost 2 hours and no disconnection. That never happened in Verizon. If I get 45 minutes to continue to talk, that was a good day. T-Mobile is pretty strong, no data overages, and the flexibility to pay for more high-speed data if you need it. Now, of course, if you go with 15 gig, then you might well just get the unlimited, which is about $70 a month. This is $20 a month. Plus, but again, I have two phones, so that's why I got two phones in front of me right here because I'm using both phones on this one plan here. All right, let's go into the phone so you can see what's going on with the phone here. As you can see, I'm using my iPhone 8 to kind of show you what it looks like. As you can see, that's the icon right there. You can see how the Google Fi, the bars, 4 bars, pretty strong. I clicked it. That's my name at the top. I just started the cycle yesterday. I have 29 days left. You see I already used zero point zero 0.05 gigabyte. It goes up to 10. Obviously, if you go over 10, then, you don't pay anything over that. But right now, this is for two people, one device. Um, you can see if we scroll down, we can show you how I kind of manage the plan a little bit. See, obviously, calls and text is $15. The data is $10 per gigabyte. The telephone number is the next thing up on there. It's blurred out because I don't want you to see my number. And obviously, everything is designed for international features. Also, if you want to pause the service, you can do that where you don't have to pay anything. But you have to have the service at least about 60 days to do that. You can pause the service or pause the data uh, if you want to. Again, it's good for 200 plus countries, destinations. Most of the countries that most people go to. Obviously, if it's some weird, strange, out of the way country, then it may not work. But for most countries, it works the same way. So let's go into the billing. Again, this last month, my bill was like $40, which means I probably used just a little over 2 gigabyte. Uh, Before that, it was 30. I'm not sure why it was a big difference, but I think I did use the phone more than before, even though I was home a lot of the time. So there's some support links if you need some more information about it. Voicemail. Remember, that's how you get your voicemail. It leaves a voicemail, and as you can see, written out. If I was to click on it, it would show what the voicemail is. So Some of the benefits of Google Fi plans mean that you won't have to pay more than 6 GB of data, even if you use more than that. You have option to pay only for the data that you use. Of course, the T-Mobile network is very strong, as you can see, really strong. Flexibility to pay more for high-speed data if you need it. Some of the cons can be expensive. I mean, obviously, if you spend $80 a month, then you might as well just get the unlimited plan for $70. Obviously, to take advantage of the three different networks, you probably need a Google Fi phone. But if you go to one place and it's just stuck on one network, and if it's a good network, just be mindful that if it's not good all over the country, then you're only going to get that one network if you don't have a Google Fi phone. Of course, iPhone and Galaxy phone don't really, it's not really designed because it doesn't have the switching mechanism in it. Now, maybe the newer ones in the future, but the current ones do not. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I love this plan. Again, this is not designed for you if you are a heavy data user. This is for the people who want to keep their expenses low and want a flexible plan. And there are other cheaper ones in the States, but keep in mind, this is probably the only one that really works overseas. You can probably, I think Mint and a few other little cheap ones that probably give you more for the dollar, but you can't get this and be able to use it overseas without paying extra money. Please like, please subscribe. Please leave a comment if you have a comment. Thank you for watching.